The recent leaked document has shown that China is secretly building a huge military base in a U.S. ally country, UAE. This is very embarrassing. How did this happen? And the world wasn't aware until the leaked papers was released. Do you know that the United States of America maintains nearly 800 military bases in more than 70 countries and territories abroad, while China run military naval base in Djibouti, Cambodia, and more than 90 ports around the world that can also serve as military installations, but building an actual base in the Middle East is the height of rivalry against the United States and dominance. How will the U.S. respond? Stay with us to the end to find out. Hello and welcome back to Innovative Check YouTube channel, where we delve into the innovative and transformative projects changing our world. If you are new to the channel and enjoy learning about innovation stories around the world, you've come to the right place. Please subscribe, like, and comment to help boost our videos on YouTube. The resumption of construction on a Chinese military base in the United Arab Emirates, UAE, marks a significant shift in global geopolitics, particularly in the context of the Middle East, a region long dominated by the influence of the United States. This development, as revealed through leaked US intelligence documents, not only underscores the expanding reach of China's military ambitions, but also highlights the evolving nature of international alliances and the strategic recalibration of countries in the Middle East. Just a quick reminder to hit the like button below. YouTube has been restricting my videos a lot recently because of bots, so your like does help out this video massively in terms of the algorithm in YouTube. The decision by China to proceed with the construction of this base, after a pause in 2021 due to U.S. objections, signifies Beijing's growing confidence and assertiveness on the global stage. It's a clear indication that China is not only willing to challenge the traditional spheres of U.S. influence, but is also actively working to establish its own foothold in strategically crucial regions. The UAE, a long-standing ally of the U.S., inching closer to China, represents a nuanced shift in the balance of power in the Middle East. The leaked documents from the Washington Post point to a broader strategy by China to establish a network of military facilities in key locations across the Middle East, Southeast Asia, and Africa by 2030. This ambitious plan reflects China's vision of projecting its power far beyond its immediate borders, an objective that aligns with its Belt and Road Initiative and other global infrastructure projects. The military base in the UAE can be seen as a cog in this larger machine of China's global strategy, which aims at enhancing its ability to project military power and protect its growing international interests. Moreover, China's role in brokering a diplomatic rapprochement between Saudi Arabia and Iran is a significant geopolitical move. This intervention not only demonstrates China's rising influence in the Middle East, but also exposes the limitations of U.S. diplomacy in a region where it has historically been a dominant force. The growing ties between China and Saudi Arabia, another pivotal U.S. ally in the region, further compound the complexities for the U.S. foreign policy. The summit held between these countries, expanding cooperation in security and economic spheres, is indicative of a broader realignment in international relations. In parallel to its expanding influence in the Middle East, China's actions concerning the conflict in Ukraine offer additional insights into its global strategy. While positioning itself as a potential peace broker in Ukraine, China has also extended diplomatic and economic support to Russia. This dual approach highlights China's adeptness at navigating complex international issues and its willingness to engage with different parties to advance its interests. These developments signal a profound transformation in the global geopolitical landscape. The U.S., traditionally the predominant power in the Middle East, now faces the challenge of adapting to a region where its influence is being actively contested by China. This contestation is not just about military might. It involves a complex interplay of diplomatic, economic, and strategic elements. As China continues to expand its global footprint, the international community, particularly the U.S. and its allies, must reassess and recalibrate their strategies to navigate this new era of global power dynamics. The strategic implications of China's military base in the UAE extend beyond the immediate region. It represents a broader shift in the global balance of power, where emerging dynamics are reshaping alliances, influencing geopolitical strategies, and altering the course of international relations. As the U.S. grapples with this new reality, the actions and responses of other global players, including the European Union, Russia, and regional powers in the Middle East, will significantly influence the unfolding geopolitical narrative. In this context, the role of international diplomacy, economic partnerships, and military alliances becomes increasingly critical. The evolving situation requires a nuanced understanding of the diverse interests and perspectives of different countries, while re-evaluating its position and policies in the Middle East, must also consider the broader implications of China's rise as a global power. This includes understanding the motivations behind China's actions, the aspirations of its leadership, and the expectations of its people. If you are enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and comment. The historical context of U.S. military involvement in the Middle East provides a backdrop against which the recent developments involving China must be viewed. For decades, the United States has been a dominant military and political force in the region, driven by a variety of strategic interests, including the security of Israel, access to oil resources, and the containment of regional powers perceived as hostile. This involvement has been marked by significant events, such as the Gulf Wars, the invasion of Iraq in 2003, and ongoing tensions with Iran. These actions have had profound implications for regional dynamics and have shaped perceptions of the U.S. both within the Middle East and beyond. The evolution of US-China relations adds another layer to this geopolitical puzzle. Historically, the relationship between these two powers has oscillated between cooperation and competition. In recent years, however, as China has grown in economic and military strength, the relationship has tilted more toward strategic rivalry. This rivalry extends across various domains, including trade, technology, and military presence in key global regions. The move by China to establish a military base in the UAE can be seen as part of this broader contest for influence and power. The strategic ambitions of key players in the Middle East also play a crucial role in this unfolding narrative. Countries like Saudi Arabia and the UAE have traditionally aligned with the U.S., relying on its military support and political backing. However, these countries are increasingly looking to diversify their international partnerships. The growing relationship with China is a clear indication of this trend. For these countries, closer ties with China offer economic benefits, access to new markets and technologies, and an opportunity to balance their international relations in a rapidly changing global landscape. The implications of China's military base in the UAE are multifaceted. For the United States, it presents a challenge to its traditional role as the primary security guarantor in the Middle East. It may prompt a re-evaluation of the U.S. military and diplomatic strategies in the region, as well as its broader approach to dealing with China's global ascent. For China, the base represents an important step in its long-term strategy to project power and secure its interests globally. It also demonstrates China's ability to capitalize on shifting alliances and to offer an alternative to US hegemony. For the Middle East, these developments signify a potential shift in the regional power dynamics. Countries in the region may find themselves balancing between the US and China, leveraging this competition to advance their own strategic objectives. This balancing act, however, is not without risks, as it could lead to increased geopolitical tensions and complexities. The economic dimensions of these shifts are equally significant. The growing China-Middle East economic ties, encompassing trade, investment, and infrastructure development, are reshaping the economic landscape of the region. The Belt and Road Initiative, China's ambitious global infrastructure project, plays a key role in this regard, creating new economic corridors and deepening China's economic integration with the region. In the broader international arena, the situation raises questions about the future of global power structures. The post-World War II or II order, dominated by US-centric alliances and institutions, is increasingly being challenged. The rise of China, along with other emerging powers, suggests a move towards a more multipolar world, where power is more diffusely distributed and international relations are characterized by a complex web of alliances and partnerships. If you are enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and comment. The United States has traditionally relied on a combination of military presence, economic partnerships, and diplomatic initiatives to maintain its influence in the Middle East. The presence of U.S. military bases, along with defense agreements with countries like Saudi Arabia and the UAE, has been a cornerstone of its strategy. Economically, the U.S. has been a major trading partner and source of investment for the region. Diplomatically, the U.S. has played a key role in mediating conflicts and shaping regional policies, often using its influence to promote its interests and values. However, the rise of China and the shifting alliances in the Middle East challenge this traditional approach. The U.S. may need to recalibrate its strategies, potentially placing greater emphasis on diplomatic engagement and economic partnerships while re-evaluating its military posture. This recalibration might involve a more nuanced approach to dealing with allies who are increasingly engaging with China, as well as finding new ways to cooperate with and counter China's growing influence. China's strategy in the Middle East and globally is driven by its long-term objectives of securing its economic growth, enhancing its international standing, and reducing its strategic vulnerabilities. The establishment of a military base in the UAE is part of this broader strategy. China seeks to deepen its trade relationships and investment in the region, as evident in the Belt and Road Initiative. Diplomatically, China positions itself as an alternative to U.S. influence, offering a model of non-interference in internal affairs and focusing on economic development. China's approach in the Middle East also reflects its strategy of using economic leverage to create political and strategic gains. By investing in infrastructure, energy, and technology, China not only gains access to vital resources and markets, but also creates dependencies and alliances that can be leveraged for political and strategic purposes. Countries in the Middle East are increasingly navigating a complex international landscape, balancing their traditional alliances with the U.S. against the growing influence of China. This balancing act involves leveraging the competition between the U.S. and China to gain economic, technological, and military advantages. For countries like Saudi Arabia and the UAE, closer ties with China offer opportunities for economic diversification, access to advanced technology, and greater autonomy in their foreign policy. These countries are also using their strategic location and resources to position themselves as vital partners for both the U.S. and China. This strategy involves a delicate balancing act, as they seek to maximize the benefits from both sides without compromising their fundamental interests or security. The interplay of these strategies has significant implications for the future of the region and global geopolitics. One potential outcome is a more multipolar Middle East, where power is more evenly distributed and no single country or bloc dominates. This scenario could lead to more balanced international relations, but also to increased competition and complexity. Another outcome could be heightened geopolitical tensions, as the U.S. and China vie for influence in the region. This competition could manifest in various forms, including economic rivalry, political maneuvering, and even military posturing. The risk of miscalculation or conflict could increase under such circumstances. The situation also has broader implications for the global order. The challenge to U.S. dominance by China in the Middle East could be a harbinger of similar shifts in other regions. The emergence of a more multipolar world could lead to a reconfiguration of international institutions and norms, reflecting the changing balance of power. Thank you for your attention, and I welcome your thoughts and questions on this complex and vital subject. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to get exclusive videos about how phenomenally China is developing and growing its influence. Your subscriptions and likes motivate us to generate more content, so please keep supporting us. Check out this video showing on your screen right now, and I will see you on the other side.